T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Look, Jake. They got Freddy fucking Krueger.
Ooh, baby. 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 Ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday. It's a Sunday horror hangout. I am having a hell of a time trying to get this. There it is. That's the view I was looking for. StreamYard, you bastard. But anyway, what's going on? Happy Sunday, everybody. Mad Matt will be back next weekend, but with me today, I have a great friend of the show with me, and a great friend personally. And I'd like to say, what's up to Eric from the Bearded Entertainment. What's up, my man? When I was clicking that button to bring you up here, I was like, damn, I hope it doesn't show up in that one split view that I was talking about earlier. Like, StreamYard's tripping.
I was still laughing at like angry grandma because I noticed someone in the I think James the shape in the chat is like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, dude, like
it's Krueger.
It's so good. And she's gonna be at Scarefest, dude. How
I gotta meet her.
I have to. It's on the list. Like, it's definitely gonna happen.
I kind of want to get her to sign like a Michael mask.
Yeah, like they do that's they did a Nightmare one as well.
I saw that they did it. I haven't seen it because I was like, just in case he wants to watch it.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch it.
No, go ahead and check it out. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've put
is
it
it
up.
good?
It's not. Halloween is still the best. but it's decent. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Halloween. I hit him 6 times. Why was she running
Come
away,
on, Dilly.
swinging it like she's fucking swinging it like a fucking sideways
Bro,
helicopter?
when she got out and was like, "Come on, Dilly,"
Yeah, I know. It's
I about lost it.
so freaking crazy. And you know, we'll go through the chat. Eric, dude, welcome back, my man. Welcome back. Always a blast to have you here, man.
Thanks for
sure.
having me. I'm excited. I've never played this game before, so
Yeah, dude, game's brand new. You know what I mean? We did test run. Everybody seemed to like it. But we're gonna let them pick for sure. But before I get to the chat, man, Jerry threw a $2 super chat, and he said, "Can I get a what, dude? You ask, and I will deliver, Jerry."
What?
Yes, 100%. You could get as many whats as you want, brother. Like that's I love Skeletor, man. Skeletor is
Bro,
my
I
guy.
remember when we were doing our podcast and we did the villains, like the top villains of all time. And you put Skeletor. I don't remember if Skeletor was on the top 5 or he was like an honorable mention.
No, he was on the top 5. Yeah.
You put Skeletor. I was like, not the route I was going, but
I also did Dr. Evil too. If you don't forget.
also did Chow.
Yeah, man.
Chang. Was it Chang?
Chow, Leslie Chow.
Yeah, Leslie Chow.
Leslie Chow, dude. Like he's gotta be.
Now, give me money. Or I shoot him, and I shoot all you motherfuckers. And then we take it.
Chow is, dude, Chow is.
All Chow needed was a chance.
I love Leslie Chow, dude. Leslie Chow is an all-timer for me. 100%. 100%. Like it's 100%. Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Oh,
absolutely love it. But let's go through the chat, man. Let's see who's all here with us. There's 19 beautiful people in the chat right now. Let's see who we got. Oh man, scrolling up. You guys have been going in the chat. Let's see. Jerry Wilson is in the chat saying what's up to everyone. He's also telling you, please smash that like button. If you haven't hit that like button yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Hit that like button. He's also throwing out Movies and Beyond merch. You can get Movies and Beyond merch right there. Jerry's been nice enough to put the link up for not only the merch, but for Patreon as well. Jerry, thank you for that. You know I'm terrible at asking people to hit the like button. You know I'm terrible at promoting other stuff outside of YouTube, but that's how you can support Movies and Beyond outside of YouTube. And thank you again, Jerry, and I hope you're having a great Sunday, brother. Good to see you. Paula's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula?
What's going on, Paula?
DJ's in the chat saying hello to everybody. What's up, DJ? Michael G is in the chat as well, saying happy Sunday to my favorite people. Happy Sunday to you, Mike. Happy Sunday to you, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I see the Shape is in the chat. James is in the chat saying hi, everybody. Time for my favorite show. What's up, James? I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you, brother. Gina's in the chat as well saying hello, Movies and Beyond friends. Well, hello, Gina. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Russell Dorsey's in the chat as well saying what's up, everyone. Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's get this party started. Thug Life. Hi, Michael, Matt, and everyone in the chat. What is up, man? Matt will be back next week, guys. He told me to tell y'all he misses y'all. He'll see y'all next week. He will be back. Jerry, I didn't even see this. He gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, you are the man. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, brother. You have no idea what that means to me. Thank you a million times, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. I see the general's in the chat. The general always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you're doing well. She's saying good evening, Movies and Beyond family. I know Val will be paying half attention tonight if I have any idea what's going on, because I do know the Packers are playing in prime time tonight. So I know the Pack's playing. I think Val will be happy. What's that?
So who are they losing to tonight? Sorry, Val.
Well, they're playing the Cowboys. So I am not a Cowboys fan. So I was watching on Instagram. It was probably about a week or two ago. They played that old NFL commercial where they're all the players, you know, all the old school players and all the newer players are all sitting in that like convention listening to Robert.
The dining hall or whatever.
Yes, and the football falls off. Oh my God, dude, that's my favorite NFL commercial of all time.
Dude, they don't make commercials like that anymore.
No, dude, and it's like when Joe Montana picks up that ball And Michael Irvin's like here, and he says, "No can do, cowboy," and he throws it to Jerry Rice. It's like just another like jab, that I was just like, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, what's up, Val? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh, let's see. Who else do we have in the chat? I see Oracle is in the chat as well. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well. He said, let's get ready to rumble. That's what I am talking about. I cannot wait to play Circle of Screams with you guys tonight. It's going to be a blast. I put some movies in there, but we're going to go to the chat. We are going to throw it all. I'm going to let you guys throw it all in there. And I'm going to do my best to type it in. I'm going to do my best to put up polls tonight to vote. It's going to be a busy night for Michael, but we're going to get it in. We are going to get it in. I see Melissa, the wild card, is in the chat as well, saying, hi, all. Glad I made it. Been a little crazy. Glad you made it too, Melissa. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wayne Turner's in the chat as well, saying, hi, all. It's 9:59 a.m. Monday here in Sydney, Australia. Was a gamer growing up, but went off of them after briefly working for Sega long ago. Sega. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
I haven't played Sega in forever.
Yeah, man.
Remember the Genesis?
I do. Dude, I played Sports Talk Baseball on that all the time. I played Madden on that. Mortal Kombat. Dude, I played some Genesis. I definitely played some Genesis. I see Sarah Campbell's in the chat as well, saying, hey, Sarah, how you doing?
What's up, Sarah?
Sarah, I think I missed Sarah's original. Yep, there it is. That's the one I was looking for. I clicked Hey Russell and I meant to click Hey Friends. What's up, Sarah? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Oh, there it is. I knew it was going to be in the chat somewhere. All right, we got you, Val. We got you. For sure. Let's see. I hate missing people, and I know that I'm missing people. I'm so sorry, you guys. I wish I was better at this. So if I get one of your chats that's not your initial chat, I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. These things are hard to do. Now, let's see. Who else do we have in the chat? I see that Richard's in the chat as well. What's up, Richard? Happy to have you here, buddy. Good to see you. Always good to see you. I see Kyle's in the chat as well, saying, hey, everyone. What's up, Michael? What's up, Kyle? Dude, every time I see your name, it's like, hey, Kyle. I think of like
Cartman.
Yeah, dude. Like I watched South Park for so many years. Kyle, dude, I hope you're having a great day, man. Good to see you here, brother.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Oh, dude, I fucking love South Park so much. So much. Let's see. Wayne says, nice t-shirt, Michael. New cap too? Nope, same cap. I forgot. I've got my Movies and Beyond hat. I need to break it in. I keep forgetting to do that. It's sitting in the same place it was last time I held it up, which I think was last Sunday. No. The shirt I got at Whorehound. Yes. I wish that I knew the vendor. Wish I remember the vendor's name I got it from, because I'd give him a shout out because the dude was super cool. And it's got like the Loomis dialogue at the beginning. I met him 6 years ago, and yeah, and it's got all that shit on the bottom. So thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for noticing, Wayne. You noticed. I see Michelle's in the chat as well, saying hello all. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Michelle. Happy Sunday. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, I see Jerry's gifted another Movies and Beyond. Jerry, dude, you are the man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well. What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you, brother. And Michelle has hit 18 months at Movies and Beyond. We had one of those last week, too, and it's just hard to believe, dude, that
18 months.
18 months. That's a year and a half. That is a freaking year and a half. That is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, I don't want to miss anybody. I see Jerry's gifted another Movies and Beyond. Dude, you are Jerry. You don't have to do that, brother, but thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. God, you are the man. You are the freaking man. All right, dude, I've caught up on people. I think if I missed you, I apologize. Just throw it up in the chat again, and I'll get you. I do my best with that, but you guys know how I am. I'm scatterbrained. I'm looking at the chat, then I look over and see something shiny over here, and then I can't find my place. So I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. Dude, Circle of Screams. That's what we're doing tonight. and I don't want to waste any time jumping into it. Let's go ahead and get. Oh, actually, I almost forgot. I showed you backstage, and I almost forgot about it. Tonight, we're playing Circle of Scream. Yes, I had to put that up there. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow, Val.
Oh, my goodness. 19 months. Oh, my God. We're going to come up on 2 years soon. Val, congratulations. And all you guys that are getting these anniversaries. You guys, you know it means the world to me. Michelle had one. Val's got one. It means the world to me that you guys have invested in Movies and Beyond like you guys have, and that you guys support me like you guys do. Congratulations on 19 months, but an even bigger thank you from me for being, Movies and Beyond channel members, especially for as long as you guys have been, for sure. So, all right, now we can go to Circle of Screams, which I'm excited to play. So we did test this out. And Russell's gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Russell, you are the man, my friend. Thank you so much, so much. And I'll go over the rules of the Russell. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. And I'll go over the rules to the game. We're gonna bring it up. So it is the wheel. I know that you guys love the wheel, so we're definitely gonna do the wheel tonight. And I trialed this game a couple weeks ago. Everybody had a great time with it. We're gonna fill up the list today. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna spin the wheel on 2 movies. And when those 2 movies come up, we are going to have 1 minute to vote on which movie we like better. I'm not going to say is better because that doesn't always really work out. You know what I mean? It doesn't. But we're going to pick our movie, which is our favorite of the 2. And I love this game because you get all of these movies that you would have never thought to compare whatsoever. I think that we had like H2O versus Texas Chainsaw Remake last time. And it was just like, I would have never thought to compare these 2 movies whatsoever. Nope. So yes, we definitely are going to have a good time with this. And you guys in the live chat, Eric and I put a couple movies up there. We're going to let you guys fill up this list. So you guys are going to tell me, oh, I see the Teals in the chat as well. What's up, man? This is in my top 3 horror go-to. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I hope you're doing well as well, Teal. I hope you're having a great day, man. Always good to see you here. So yes, this is going to be a blast, and there's no horror movie that is off limits, none whatsoever. So we're going to fill up this list, as many as they'll let, and we'll have 1 minute. And I've got to type. Oh God, I got to move some stuff around. Hang on, guys. I got to move some stuff around if I'm going to get these polls in time to be able to do that. Let me set this up right now. All right. So if I do that, we should be good. But Jerry's gifted another Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, buddy. Thank you a million times. Thank you, Jerry. You have no idea what that means to me, brother. You're making me sad, Jerry. You're making me sad. Don't make me cry. Dude, don't make me freaking cry on stream. I'll never forgive you. I show no emotions whatsoever. But okay. So this is going to be an absolute blast. Let me go ahead and bring this up. I've been trying to bring it up for the last 5 minutes now. You guys in the chat, throw out some horror movies. Throw some horror movies that you guys want to see in competition, and I will do my best to get them all on the list. Eric, you got Scream up there. You got the Friday remake. Let's see what the Lost chat has. I've got the Lost Boys.
Lost. Oh, God, so good. Babysitter. Interesting. Brain Scan.
Oh, that's great. You reading them out, and then I can just type.
The Burning.
Oh, such a good one.
Cheerleader Camp. Interesting. Fright Night. That's a good one. I love Fright Night. We talking original? Oh, that's Peter Anthony. What's up, Peter?
What's up, Peter?
Fright Night?
What's up?
I assume original, but I didn't hate the Colin Farrell Fright Night. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh yeah. What's up, Peter? I hope you're doing well. Michelle says, "What do you mean no limit? We'll be here all night." Yeah, but we'll do what we can. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean we have to finish it. I'm just taking them until it doesn't let me anymore.
Shopping Mall.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Witchboard, the OG.
that WITCH? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then let's see, Slaughter High was on there. I see Orphan on there. April Fool's Day. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Oh, Wishmaster. That's a good one too. Evil Dead. I'm not going to read the other one that Peter threw out there because I don't think that's a good one. Children.
It's just The Children?
Yeah, it's just The Children. I haven't seen that one. So
I don't think I have. Children of the Corn.
Yeah, Children of the Corn is a good one. Firestarter. Then They Live. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Puppet Master 2, specifically part 2. What do you think? 2, 3 more?
Yeah.
Okay, Lake Placid, and we'll take one more. Phantasm. There you go. Lake Placid and Phantasm.
All right. We have a huge list. A huge list. Goodness. I didn't know I could type like that. I did not know I could type like that.
Oh, man. Kill Kit just threw out. Can we put 2 more on there?
Yep.
Okay, Night of the Creeps and Stir of Echoes. I saw Stir of Echoes, and I think that is an underrated gem of a movie. I remember that creeping me out so much. Whew, okay.
Go ahead. Michelle said she didn't get one in. Go ahead, Michelle. Give us a horror movie. Get one in. You got this.
Make it a good one. Or a bad one. Who knows?
You got this. You got it. I don't know if I've seen a couple of these. I might not know.
Well, Michelle, she loves Children of the Corn, right?
She does.
That's already on the list, so.
She does. You know what? I don't see Christine up there.
And
she's got The Omen. All right. We have got a crazy list. A crazy list. That is freaking nuts. All right. So the way this is gonna go is, yeah, we're definitely learning for sure. Yeah, definitely learning. I think
this is trial by fire.
That's a very good call out there. Next time we're definitely doing that. I saw it as well. Okay. Has anyone not gotten a pick? Like that's my thing, because I want to make sure that everybody got a movie up there that wanted one, or at least saw theirs up there. Is there anyone that didn't get a pick that went up there for sure? Yeah, definitely a good call out on that. I was noticing that. I'm just like, holy shit, there's a lot of people the same people putting movies up there for sure. Oh, Kyle has one. Sometimes they come back. That's one I keep meaning to rewatch that I haven't watched in a long time. We were talking about that movie not too long ago. Oh my God. All right. So let me go ahead and shuffle these up. I'll hit that shuffle a couple times and we'll go ahead and spin the wheel. Are you ready?
Who goes first, you or me?
Well, so we're just going to, you can go first because I'll have to type, up the poll so people can vote.
Okay.
And then
so you spin it, if I understand correctly, you spin it and you spin it twice, and whatever 2 movies it lands on.
Yes.
That's what okay.
Yes. All right. So let's go ahead and pick the first movie that comes up.
Right now, I'm gonna say the OG, since we didn't say remake. OG.
Yeah, let's do that. So I'll remove this one from the list so it doesn't come up again. And then spin it again.
Dark Knight versus.
Oh. I will set the poll up. April Fool's Day. Go ahead, Eric.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be Fright Night for me, mostly because I don't remember April Fool's Day that well. I know I've seen it
Yeah.
a while ago, but I don't remember it that well. Fright Night always stood out to me because I don't know, something about like the one scene that really scared me, that stuck out to me, is after spoiler alert, just in case anyone hasn't seen the original Fright Night, after he like kidnaps his girlfriend and he bites her and everything, and she's down in like the tunnel or whatever, in the basement or whatever, and he goes in and she's like she's kind of cowering in the corner, like, you said you were going to save me, something like that. And you just feel it, and then she turns and she's got that really big vampire face, and it's like over exaggerated. Terrified me as a kid, absolutely terrified me. So that one sticks out. That one I'm going Fright Night.
All right, man. Vote in the poll that I have up there, you guys. I'm doing polls for tonight, so make sure that you click on your vote up top there. Yeah, so it's the OG, Jerry. We were talking about the OG Fright Night. So for me, it's gonna narrowly win, but I'm gonna agree with you, Fright Night. But let me just say this about April Fool's Day, okay? April Fool's Day is a great watch. It is. It's a whodunit. You know, it's got Biff from Back to the Future in it. It's got Amy Steele from Friday 2. Definitely a fun watch for sure. I love April Fool's Day, but I think if I had to compare the two to say, you know, which would I rather watch, then I'm going with Fright Night. I am going with the OG Fright Night for sure. It's a tough one for me because I love the slashers, but I also love the vampire movies, man. And we don't have a lot of time, you know, to debate these for me to really think about it. So my mind's telling me Fright Night. So
but
I
my body.
Yeah, my body's
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna end the poll here in 1 minute. If you have earned like probably 10 seconds. So if you haven't voted, get your vote in now. Get your vote in now for who's going to win, because these are fast going. Fast going.
Night.
All right. Let's go ahead and check the poll. I'm going to end the poll. Fright Night wins 75 to 25. All right. Let's roll it, man. We're spinning again.
I feel like that was an easy one.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Phantasm. Phantasm versus Children of the Corn.
Oh God. First instinct is to say Children of the Corn, but I'm going to be honest. I think the Tall Man actually scares me more. Like, he is an underrated like slasher icon.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Like how you're just like you're just.
This is honestly so. I'm going to be perfectly frank. Neither one of these rank very high for me in terms of like favorite franchises.
Okay,
and I think that actually makes it a little bit more difficult.
It
because
does.
I kind of feel the same. Like, they're kind of around the same level for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Phantasm. I don't think the Tall Man and the Phantasm franchise gets enough love. It's creepy. It's super weird. And Children of the Corn just always, like, I don't know. I was always just like, you give me and Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson like 5 minutes, I'll take care of the whole problem for you. Like,
yeah. I mean, here's the thing, man. I am going to go Phantasm on this one too. And here's why. As a child, seeing him throw that coffin in the back of that hearse by himself. Now, I can watch it now and be like, well, that's not as crazy as I remember. But as a kid, your imagination and your memories kind of tie into it to where it was just like more than it was. You know, like, Oh, I know. I knew she was going to kill me for this one, but I got to be honest, right? I have to be honest. The tall man scared the shit out of me, right?
Yeah.
He did. And I know we're only talking about Phantasm 1. We're not talking about Phantasm 2 or the shitty sequels that came after it. Trust me, I own all of them.
But the same thing can be said for Children of the Corn.
Fair. I mean, well, I don't think I've seen all the sequels. We were talking about that not too long ago. I don't think that I've seen, all the sequels for that. But it's just like, man, Phantasm to me was one of the it's the movies. It's one of the movies that was on the list from when I was young that scared the ever living shit out of me. Like it did. The tall man was just, and if you watch it now, it's just like it's not as impactful as it was back then. And I get it. I can see the argument for Children of the Corn, to be honest, because it's a more, realistic scenario than, Phantasm is. And I get that. And that's a hell of a movie, too. They're both good. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going for Phantasm for sure. Even though Michelle's probably going to stab me. I definitely have to.
She's going to come at you with one of those scythes from Children of the Corn, man.
I know I'm going to get stabbed later, but I have to be honest here, and I'm definitely going with that. So you got about another 10 seconds to vote, and I'm going to go ahead and end this.
I'm curious how this was going to go.
Yeah, it's probably going to be tight, man. I can see it going either way. I really can. And a lot of these, it's just like, they can be that way, or then they can be total landslides for sure. For sure. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. If you haven't voted, you have missed your chance. We're going to end the poll. Children of the Corn is going to come up on top. 57% to Phantasm's 40.
That's close. Though.
Very close. Very close. All right. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Eric.
Okay. That one was tougher.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no, okay.
Friday.
Unless, I'm gonna be honest, there's only one movie that could possibly come up that in my head right now that's gonna beat this.
Oh, Friday the 13th, 2009.
Okay, this isn't that movie, but I will say it's not as steep of a loss as I expected. They live one of the best fight scenes in any movie ever. Roddy Piper and Keith David, when they're going at it and he's trying to make him put those glasses on, that fight scene goes on for so long. Dude, it's outrageous. And then like the ending always like gets me because I'm like, oh my God. Like, spoiler alert, like when he dies, like he just gets shot down in the end. And you're like, he accomplishes the mission.
Yeah.
But like I want him to live. Anyways, fantastic movie. Like they live one of it's just awesome. However, Friday 09, and it's a hot take for a lot of people. My favorite Friday movie. I think it perfectly encompasses the entire franchise. Brutal Jason. You get a little bit of Sackhead Jason. You get you get a little bit of Pamela. You get that recall. That opening sequence in that Friday 09, like that's a great movie in itself. And then the freaking title card comes up, and I'm like, what am I watching? This is amazing.
Yeah.
He's just okay. Friday 09. Sorry.
You're right. See, it's hard, man. It is hard. I'm going Friday 09 as well. Trust me, I own the steelbook copy of They Live. I absolutely love it, dude. Roddy Piper's the freaking man. Absolutely great movie. But like I said, you have to throw that but in there. I'm a slasher guy, and not only am I a slasher guy, I'm a Friday guy. And I do have my problems with the remake, but not enough to say that I wouldn't watch it over They Live, because I would. It would be a lie if I said that I wouldn't, just on the basis of where most people, put that movie. But yeah, dude, Friday 09. James, throw it out. There's going to be a comment soon. James is going to talk about the bow and arrow kill. I guarantee it. James loves that freaking scene.
It's an amazing kill, dude.
It's an amazing freaking kill. It's an amazing.
I also love the kill immediately following that, where she's under the dock and you see her whole head, like her whole body lift up. Like, dude, that's such a good one.
It is, dude. But to hit somebody in a speedboat, you know, with the range and dude, so good. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end that poll. It's a landslide. Friday the 13th is gonna win 93% to 7%. So if this was a bracket, Friday would move on, but it is just one for the night. So it will.
Dude, you could totally do that.
Yeah.
You could totally do that bracket and have this again.
Yeah, it could be done. It could be done. Jerry's gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, my man. Thank you so much, Jerry. Overwhelming thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Val's keeping us updated on the game.
All right, let's go ahead and spin, Eric. We are moving.
Lake. Okay, so I haven't seen Witchboard. So
I haven't either.
So by default, whatever's left is probably going to be the winner for me. I feel bad, but
I do too. I have not seen Witchboard. Let me go ahead and get that set up. Let me go ahead and spin again.
Witchboard, 1986 film.
Versus Wishmaster.
Oh, the original had Tawny Katane in it.
And the poll.
Okay, so
is
I just read the little description for Witchboard. I'm gonna go Wishmaster. I gotta be. I mean, not only have I not seen Witchboard, Wishmaster also underrated. That Jin, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when that the homeless guys, like, he asked what he wanted to happen to him. He's like, just die, just get cancer and die. And like as he's walking away, you see like the dude's skin start like blistering, and I'm like, oh my, that messed me up, dude. And then the opening kill where there's like a whole, or the opening, not just kill, because there's a ton of them.
Yeah,
you see like 15, 20 different deaths when it's showing like the Jin back. Anyways, Wishmaster has all kinds of like horror royalty cameos in it.
Yep.
Andrew Divoff as the Jin was,
dude, his face was like, just his face, dude.
He made for that.
Yeah, dude, it was made for that. And on top of that, and I have to bring this up because I think actually it was Wishmaster 2. The thing that sticks in my head the most about the Wishmaster franchise is where he's in that prison. That guy's like, I wish my lawyer would go fuck himself. And he was like, I can make that happen. And that was some of the craziest shit I had ever seen. Like, it was
acting out of this world. That is
like,
part 2.
Yeah, I thought it was part 2. Like, it has been a long time since I've seen it, but that's what's always stuck in my head about Wishmaster. It's because it was so fucking crazy. Like, you never would think. Like, that was nuts.
Also in the first one, she's like, I wish you'd blow your brains out, and he grabs a gun.
Yeah,
and just shoots himself. Does nothing.
But that guy's face, dude, like that smile, even when he's in the prison, like he's just smiling the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, bro, like no, for sure. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end this poll, and it looks like Wishmaster is gonna be the victor at 67% to 33%. All right, let me get this.
Jerry's
next
saying
one.
less than 3 weeks for Scarefest. You're right, Jerry.
Yeah. 2 weeks from Thursday for me is the way that I'm looking at it.
Same for me.
2 weeks from Thursday. All right, we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel, Eric. We are spinning the wheel.
What do we got? Okay, Slaughter High.
Slaughter High. I am not too familiar with Slaughter High. I'm not.
Me either, actually. I'm looking it up right now. Babysitting. Now, is this the one with oh gosh. Babysit. What's her name? She's the Aussie. She was in the opening. She was the opening kill of Scream 6.
Oh shit! I know who the
Samara
blonde haired
Weaving?
girl. Yeah, yeah.
Is
I
that it?
think so. I'm not sure. Like both of these for me, you're
Yeah,
not gonna get an
Babysitter. Yeah,
answer.
Samara Weaving. The
You're
more of
not
a
gonna get
horror
an answer.
comedy. I don't believe I've actually seen Slaughter High. So
It
for me,
sounds very familiar. I have a feeling that if it started playing, I'd be like, "Oh shit, I've seen this." You know,
okay.
like I trust me, I have seen a ton. Now the babysitter, not so much. Slaughter High, I'm 90% sure that I've seen it. I know if
So
it
the
starts.
Babysitter was like a Netflix original, I think. It had her, Bella. Was it Bella? What's her name? She was like a Disney child actor, but it had King Batch in it, and turns out his babysitter was part of this cult that was like gonna like murder someone or sacrifice someone. I don't know. Anyways, it was a pretty hilarious movie. I don't think it was as scary. Like it's listed as a horror comedy, but it was more comedy than horror.
Yeah.
But by default, I haven't seen Slaughter High, so but I think that one's gonna win by default for me.
When you were saying Bella, I was thinking of that Office Space, the movie Office Space, where he's like, Naga, not gonna work here anymore. You know what I'm talking about? You seen Office Space? He's like, Naga, not gonna work here anymore. Yeah,
Bella Thorne, that's her name.
Bella Thorne. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I can't really. I don't have anything for these. I do apologize. I do apologize to the chat, but that's why we have the poll up there. And I'll give you guys about another 15 seconds if you haven't voted. Please vote between Slaughter High and The Babysitter. Yeah, man, like I said, a lot of these, you know, when they pop up, you know, you're not used to comparing the two.
Yeah, I
Combo.
wouldn't think of comparing those.
No, and I mean, granted, the game it's in its infancy, and yes, we are going to have to put some structure around how we get movies in here because that was a little chaotic at the beginning. But that's why we do this, right? We find out what works and what doesn't, and we make adjustments from there. Because go ahead.
I don't know.
I'm just a little worried that you know somebody like when they put that up, not everybody got one in. That's what made me feel bad. Like, okay, we definitely need to adjust the game for that. But for sure.
Okay. Well, in terms of like vibe with The Babysitter, I was thinking I would compare it kind of akin to Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Technically, that's a horror comedy, but it's way more comedy than it is horror.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the vibe I would give for The Babysitter.
I gotcha. I would go ahead and end this poll, but we are on a tie. So if you haven't voted, please vote. We are
Go vote
50%. You have to vote. If you haven't voted, please vote. For sure. I wonder how you would pick like the end if you would flip a coin. Like especially since neither of us has seen this, to do like a tiebreaker.
You would if it were me, I'd pull up another wheel and just put those two in it, and whichever one it lands on.
Just a second
that's
wheel.
the winner.
A second wheel.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, I was just about to end it, and then two people voted, and one went one way and one went the other, and it put it right back to
another tie.
To a tie. I mean, there's nothing wrong with calling a tie. Like I'll give it another minute. But yeah, we're back at 50-50. Two people just voted at the same time, and they both voted for different things. There we go. It's ending. Somebody else just voted. Babysitter wins 53-47. I'm going to end it before somebody else comes in and votes for the other side. And we're back to a tie.
Wait, hold on. No.
Oh, they did it. They did it at the last minute. Somebody else came in and voted for the other. We're calling it a tie.
It's a tie. We're just calling it a tie.
That's what we're doing.
Slaughter tie.
We'll be here all night and just be like, hey, that's it. That's it. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel, Eric. Let's see what we got next. Well, Jeff threw his in at Slaughter High at the end. We could say that won.
Okay, we'll say Slaughter High. Okay, Friday the 13th, part 4. Okay.
We'll go with that. Friday, part 4. That's a juggernaut for me. You're going to have to be a lot to beat this one.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah, this is an easy one. Go
Yeah, that's what I
ahead.
just say. I don't even need to say anything. Friday Part 4.
You know what I remember the most about Brain Scan is the cover of the VHS in like Blockbuster, like Video Village, or wherever you went to get that. It had like the guy's hands were like this, but they were down, and his head was just it was fucking crazy. If you've seen the cover, you know what I'm freaking talking about. But that's what I remember the most about Brain Scan. But you know me, dude. Like, look behind me, right? That's all you got to do. Like that's where we're at up here. We're
You
going
got
Friday
five.
4.
It's a bit uneven. You got 5-2 up there. Michael's just outnumbered.
And don't let me get another Jason mask. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
Oh, I'm making one for you. We talked about it. You got one coming at Scarefest. It's a custom one that no one else in the world has.
it's gonna be amazing, dude. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Too bad Ken's not gonna be there. Didn't you say, wasn't it like a Freddy versus Jason one? Which one was it?
It's a Freddy versus Jason, but with the axe mark. So it's like,
hell yeah, dude. That's what I was saying. Too bad Ken's not going to be here. Ken Kurtzinger. But
with the rate that they're adding people, he might be.
Douglas Tate will be there, and he was the other Jason. So maybe
he was the one walking out of the lake.
Maybe I'll get him to sign it, and then next time I see Ken, I'll be like, hey man, why don't you go ahead and just
So how many Jasons are going to be at this one?
I know Kane's going to be there. Not Brooker, but the other guy from Part 3. I always forget his name. And Douglas Tate's going to be there.
Okay.
I think there's only going to be 3. It's a low Friday. Well, I mean, last year was such a big Friday. This is
last
more.
Year was a huge Friday.
This is like a Nightmare on Scarefest. You know what I mean? Like this is a nightmare centric event. I couldn't be more happy, dude. You know I love Nightmare 4, and especially the OG for sure. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this pool. We're at 95% to 5%. Whoever voted for Brain Scan, yeah, you're awesome. You were freaking awesome for sure.
Yeah, one person, I think.
Hey, that's all good.
Hey,
that is all good.
Stick to your guns.
Hell yeah, man. Look, if I went into let's say I went into a Scream thing, and they were like, "What do you like better, Friday or Scream?" And I could be the one person to stand up for Friday, I'm gonna freaking do it, man. I'm gonna do it for sure.
Here's the thing: what you know though is that there's someone else in there who prefers Friday, but they're too scared to be the first one to say it.
Yeah,
so
100%.
You standing up and saying Friday is going to give someone else the courage to be like, actually, I kind of like Friday more too.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
What do we got? What do we got?
James is saying, I didn't know you made custom Jason masks, Mike. No, I don't. Eric does, buddy. Eric makes
it. I mainly Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I mainly do like replicas from the movies, but I can also do customs. Like I can also like take a particular shape from one of the movies and then do like a custom paint job on it, or like for what I'm going to do for Michael, we watched Freddy versus Jason, and his big complaint about the mask is it doesn't have the axe mark. So I'm going to add that on for him. Ooh, these are both really good.
Yep.
Both really good movies.
Hell yeah.
But for me, I think it's going to be Lost Boys. Like, dude, they're just based on like Cry Little Sister, like hearing that song and the vibe that it brings up with, like,
yeah,
man, it's so good. Like, I don't want to discount The Omen though. Like,
no,
like hearing like it's all for you, Damien, and then like that creepy. You know what I'll say? I think The Omen is scarier.
Oh, 100% scarier.
But I think The Lost Boys is a better movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to go Lost Boys, but I don't want to discount The Omen. Awesome movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Not ones I would ever compare if it weren't for this game.
Right. They're not comparable movies. They will not come up in any situation because they are two totally different movies. They are for sure, 100%. And I think you hit the nail on the head with that, Eric. I do like watching the Lost Boys more, but Omen definitely scares the shit out of me. Where the Lost Boys, there's no fear in the Lost Boys for me. Watching the Lost Boys is like, especially as a kid, it was, man, they're cool and they're vampires. Like, to me, that was the movie that came out and said vampires could be cool too. Because prior to that, it was all like, bleh, you know what I mean? Like, it was Dracula, it was like Salem's Lot, stuff like that. But when the Lost Boys came out, it kind of changed the game for what vampires could be, and not so much those, either decrepit monsters or, somebody in a cape with a medallion around their neck, because up until then, that's basically what it was.
So I kind of like Fright Night as another example because it was on the list. Fright Night, like the whole point is he's scared of the vampires. Lost Boys, like I wanted to be a vampire after that. I was like,
yeah, dude,
I could give that a go.
That's what the Lost Boys was, man. It was just like, granted it's outdated, as far as like fashion and stuff like that. But back in the 80s, you're just like, man, they're fucking cool. You know what I mean? Like, they're all fucking cool. Now, the Frog Brothers, I was like, they're fucking nerds. But, the Lost Boys themselves, I was like, yeah, man, like, this is freaking awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and end this one. We're going to go ahead and end this. The Lost Boys will move on, for sure. Let me go ahead and pull this off. I got to throw this out because, I know Michelle was going to be mad when these two hit. She fucking threw that out there. I was just like, oh, shit. These are two of her favorites, and that I know that for sure. That's like me coming up with, like, I don't know, one of my favorite Friday movies versus, like, one of my favorite Halloween movies. You know what I mean? It's just, like, it's always tough for sure. Let's see.
Well, she said, I pick Lost Boys for everything, though. And then she says, I picked The Omen, too.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Only you can decide which one that you want.
Those are two, like, heavy hitters, honestly.
Yeah.
And they're two that don't get talked about enough in the horror world, I don't think.
No. I mean, we bring up the Lost Boys quite a bit on this channel, but as far as The Omen, no. Like, it has been years since I've watched all the Omens, right? And I have a box set for them, and I'm just waiting for that time to be like, you know what? I'm gonna watch a shitload of Omen movies tonight. Like, it's
well, I'm just you got some time off coming up, I think.
I do, man, I do, but it's just like I'm not gonna lie, The Omen is not an easy watch for me. It's not like I could be like, why don't I scare the shit out of myself 4 different times tonight with these 4 movies? So it's like I gotta space them out a little bit. But let's go ahead and spin that wheel, Eric. Let's get moving. Let's see what we got.
You dead meat.
Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall.
You know what?
Were you ever actually scared of those things?
No.
Okay.
Let me put this in here. Chopping Mall. The thing with Chopping Mall that I always loved was it reminded me of like a horror version of Short Circuit.
Exactly.
It was like Johnny Five and his fucking
My
boys.
favorite thing about Johnny Five is I forget which one it was. Chopping Mall had a case for like 5 seconds.
I like how you were talking up Chopping Mall, and then all of a sudden it hit TCM 03, and you were just like, you just instantly stopped what you were saying. Let me get this up.
Chopping Mall, I mean, it's good.
It's but like, dude, I mean, come on,
it's fun. Dude. Like, here's the thing: if you want like a fun, cheesy '80s horror, go Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
You want like actually like visceral, scary, actual horror.
Yeah.
You're going Texas Chainsaw, and that Texas Chainsaw 03. I mean, for me, that kind of set the stage for what horror remakes could be.
Oh, 100%.
Because like the Texas Chainsaw, the OG, I think actually started. Obviously, it was one of the original for what we know now as slasher subgenres. But this remake came out and was like, yeah, we're gonna make things like bone shattering, like feel the actual wounds, visceral horror, and it's on the same level for me as the Friday remake.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, man. When we were at Horror Hound, I ended up picking this up. It's the Arrow Video 4K of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it is absolutely beautiful, you guys. It is absolutely beautiful. The night that I got it, I put it on the TV while I was cleaning up, and it was just beautiful. It comes with a poster and all kinds of stuff, man. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw 03, dude, that changed the game. It's funny because I like to talk about the fact that came out the same year as Freddy versus Jason, which they're both slasher variety, but two totally different movies. It's like Freddy versus Jason was stuck in the pastimes of what slashers were, whereas Texas Chainsaw brought that new real. It felt real, man. Like it felt true to life on what would really happen in that situation. And I can't never not bring up that girl in the back seat of that van at the beginning. That shit,
dude, and that shot,
yeah, dude,
the shot where the camera actually goes back through the hole in her.
Yep,
dude.
Yeah, and go ahead.
I was gonna say that's Laura German from
Lucifer.
Lucifer,
yeah, that's Decker.
Crazy.
That's what I was about to say. That's the detective. Yeah, hell yeah, man. All right, let me go ahead and end this poll.
Pretty sure I know which way this one's gonna go.
TCM won, but it won 76-24. So there are Chopping Mall. Yeah, hell yeah, man. That is freaking awesome.
Like I said, Chopping Mall. If you want fun, like schlocky 80s horror, Chopping Mall all day.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, Wayne is saying TCM 03 versus Dawn of the Dead or the Friday the 13th remake would be tougher. Yeah, definitely.
Dawn of the Dead is another one, man. Oh, that opening scene, like, ooh.
It's good. It's definitely good. All right, here we go. And here we go.
Now, that's the original, or is it part 4?
We're going to see. It's part 4. Nightmare on Elm Street, part 4. Yeah, that was me. And the poll is up. Nightmare on Elm Street 4 versus Firestarter.
It's gotta be Nightmare. For me, I don't think this is the strongest Nightmare in the franchise.
Yep.
But I think Firestarter was underwhelming. Because that's the OG had Drew Barrymore in it.
It did.
Young Drew Barrymore. And if I'm right, it's based off a Stephen King short, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was one of those that probably worked better as a book. The original with Drew Barrymore, much better than that remake with Zac Efron that came out like a year or two ago.
I didn't even watch the remake.
Don't worry about it. Not great. But I don't know. I think it didn't have a lasting impact.
Yeah.
But I mean, any movie with Freddy Krueger is going to have a lasting impact.
Dude, I have grown to love Nightmare 4. Originally, I used to be like, well, I didn't like the fact that they replaced what's her name? With Tuesday Night. They replaced Arquette. What's her first name?
Rosanna?
I think so. It doesn't sound familiar, but maybe it is. The girl from part 3, right? And it was also the introduction to Alice. I love the character of Alice, and she pretty much, was the final girl of the next two. 5 was definitely a horrible movie. But part 4, dude, the soundtrack was great. It's just one of those that I've grown to really like. You see the name of Kincaid. Patricia, thank you. Yeah. That sounds right. But I mean, you see the end of Kincaid and Joey, and a lot of people didn't like that the Dream Warriors were killed off, stuff like that. And I see all of the, gripes that a lot of people have with 4, man. But 4 is just one of those that I can put on at any time, and it can just play, and I can have a good time with it. Plus, I love Alice's character progression. She goes from a shy little, girl that daydreams all the time to, someone that's ready to kick ass at the end of it. And I think that the dynamic of all the characters in that movie was great. And plus, it had Bug Girl, and that kill was fucking crazy when she turned into a roach and it's so good. So good.
3 is the one with Super Freddy, right? Or is that 4?
That's 5, actually.
5's Dream
Yeah.
Child, right?
5 is Dream Child, yes.
So it's Dream Warriors, Dream Master, Dream Child.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is the order.
Super Freddy was just, ugh.
Well, 5 altogether for me is just, like I'm not a fan of 5. Definitely not a fan of 5. All right, let's see where we're at. And it looks like Nightmare is going to win 60-40. So it was really close. Really close on that one. I'll go ahead and end that poll.
That is close. That's a lot closer than I would think it would be, honestly.
Yeah,
I guess
for
there's
sure.
some Firestarter fans out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you could see, a few in the chat, like Russell. I love Firestarter. Michelle went with Firestarter.
That's
Richard
awesome.
went with Nightmare 4. I'm assuming that Jerry went with Firestarter. James going Nightmare 4. But yeah, it's Stephen King, man. Like at the end of the day, it's freaking Stephen King. For sure.
I think peak Stephen King movie. Christina's up there, but really Maximum Overdrive.
Come on, man. Come on. To me, I love Christine and I love It, and I know that you can make the argument that It was a TV movie, but a movie's a movie to me.
Well, I mean, then they made the new movies though too. So
yeah.
So those are both great
adaptations.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones that I would throw out there.
Misery.
Oh God, Misery is a good one. Yeah. Shawshank Redemption, isn't it? Shawshank Redemption. That's that's not horror, but like Shawshank Redemption, I'm pretty sure is like on IMDb's like list of top movies of all time. It might even be number 1.
Not only is it up there like that, but it's referenced in the new Welcome to Derry show. So the trailer for Welcome to Derry. A truck pulls up with a prison guard standing out there, and it says Shawshank Prison on it.
Oh wow!
So they've kind of, they're doing that with Welcome to Derry. They're kind of merging a lot of Stephen King stuff, putting that stuff together. And Wayne threw this out here too. Forgot Stand By Me. Like that's another one.
Dude, that's like one of the best coming of age movies of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, I watched it as a kid. I mean, I called my neighbor a cock knocker after I watched it because. Fucking, that. And then Jerry's bringing up The Shining as well. So, for sure, Stephen King is Stephen King for sure. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Okay, what do we got? Cheerleader Camp?
I don't know if I've seen Cheerleader Camp.
I don't think I have either.
I'll make a note to myself. Watch Cheerleader Camp.
Yeah, Wayne. That's one of the things about Maximum Overdrive that I love is AC/DC does the soundtrack for it. Well, I know how this is going.
I don't even need to say nothing.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I haven't seen the Cheerleader Camp, so it's not really a fair fight, but I'm pretty sure even if I had seen it, it does not have the cultural impact that The Ring has. Like, there's no denying like I said, the impact that movie has had on horror moviegoers.
Yeah.
Like, you watch that movie and you get a phone call afterwards, you don't want to answer it.
No.
Like, dude, it's crazy. Easy choice, honestly. The Ring.
The thing that I always say about The Ring is, it was, and I feel like I've said this 100 times, but I'll say it once more. The Ring changed the game when you look at the way that Samara moved in that, those twitchy, like jerky fucking movement that she had. After that, you started seeing it in a lot more things, but that was when that came, you know, when that first, it was creepy, man. Like it was really creepy. I remember thinking, you know, like when somebody had told me about The Ring, I saw the Japanese version too, and it was just like, oh, it's about a videotape that kills you. Um, and did I lose Eric or did I lose myself? Who knows? But it's about a videotape that kills you. And I was just watching that, like, you know, I was thinking prior to seeing it, like, it was, is that really going to be scary? Is that really going to, it's going to be stupid? Well, shit, I was wrong. I was wrong. And I realized when I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's not stupid. I was wrong. This kind of scared me, you know, a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going with The Ring as well. Welcome back, Eric.
Thanks. No clue what happened there.
I was like, oh shit, did I lose Eric or did the stream lose me? Because you never really know right away. It's like, did I disconnect or did he?
No, you're all good. That was me.
Oh yeah. Let's see where we're at in the voting. It looks like, God, everybody's voting tonight. That's so, y'all are awesome, man. Y'all are awesome.
Love a good participation game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll here, where The Ring is going to win 88% to 12%.
But we still had one or two for cheerleader camp. I love it.
Oh yeah, man. That's freaking awesome.
Hey, Russell, I just want to say, Russell, Tomorrow Weaving is pretty awesome. Did you see that movie she was in with Stephen Yun? Oh God, what was the name of it?
Is it that Netflix movie or that show on Netflix? No, that wasn't that.
No, it's this. Oh my God, it's a really weird movie. Basically, there's this virus that kind of makes you. It makes you like impulsive, and it makes you like rage, basically. And Mayhem is the name of it. It's a. Hold on, I'm trying to think of the name of the disease, but anyways, basically Stephen Yun's the main character, and she's part of it, and they get this virus kind of comes over people, and when it does, you kind of lose control to your anger and rage, and just start being extremely violent. But it happens because of the virus, and dude gets fired from his job unjustly. And just goes on a like killing spree all the way up to the top floors where the bosses are.
Oh man!
But they're blaming it on the virus, and she's there with him. And dude, they check it out. It's like it's not really horror,
right?
It kind of is. It's kind of action, dude. It's a beast movie. Like check it out. It's awesome. So,
sounds like that person's had it. And anytime I think about a movie about people that have had it, it makes me think of Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Oh, he has Bad Day. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Wait, is that the one where he's carrying the briefcase? He's got like the shorts. Yeah, I have. He goes in to try to get a burger or something.
He just had a bad day and he loses it. Like Falling Down. It's hilarious. Oh my God. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. What was the name of that movie again, Eric?
Mayhem. Ooh, we got
Puppet Master 2.
Man, the leech one always got me. the leech puppet always I don't know why leeches freak me out to no end. Oh, well, it had a shot for a second. Yeah. Christine is a like once in a lifetime mashup of two of horror's greatest brains, John Carpenter and fucking Stephen King coming together.
Yep.
Like I said, kind of once in a lifetime collaboration there.
It is.
And you can see it in the movie. Like,
oh, that score alone, you know,
it made me scared of a car.
Yeah.
Like Like it made me scared that the car itself was going to harm me. And like Arnie, is that his name? Archie?
Yep, Arnie.
Seeing Arnie's like character progression of this like dorky, lovable, like underdog to this like kind of like just sociopathic killer was so. And then the mystery of, was Arnie in the car when it happened, or was it just the car? Dude, not enough good things can be said about Christine.
Yeah.
So Christine takes it.
I mean, dude, and let's, all the things you said, I fully agree with. But let's also say that, dude, it made me love a car that I would have never loved otherwise. Like that, I would have never thought to give that car a second look. Oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? But now, like, it's iconic, dude, and it has a lot to do with that movie. It was fantastic. Not only did Arnie go from a nerd to what he became, but just to piggyback a little bit on what you said about the character progression of that character, the way he started to alienate anyone that was ever nice to him too. You know what I mean? Like he just became a totally different person with that car. And now, I can't help but to think of that horror short that we watched too, that had a Christine vibe to it from the 80s, and it makes me freaking laugh. Michelle had picked that one. It was so good. We fucking loved it, man. But Christine itself, dude, that's a perfect description of it. The melding of Stephen King and John Carpenter, fantastic.
And dude, that scene where he's just standing in front of like that crumpled beer can of a car, and he's just like, "Show me," and you just see it like unmend itself.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
that movie. God, I gotta watch. I was thinking about what movie I'm gonna watch after this, because there's been like 4 that I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it after this. And I'm like, I've got like 5 I'm going to put in a wheel myself and figure out what I'm watching after this stream.
Not only do I use the wheel to play games, but I use it in my life. It's like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? You just click it and it spins the wheel. It's like, well, it looks like we're having cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? It's freaking fantastic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this poll, man. Christine is coming out 75% to 25%.
Christine's a good one, dude.
Christine is a good one, dude. It's such a good one. Russell's saying Christine all day. No offense to Puppet Master 2, because I enjoyed Puppet Master 2. Hell yeah.
Dude, Puppet Master, there's some weird vibes going on with Puppet Master. That's so, but like the movies are so bizarre. I absolutely adore them because they're so niche and quirky, but there's some weird stuff going on with Puppet Master.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, it's been a while since I've seen Puppet Master 2. That needs to be another one I need to revisit. I actually don't own any of the Puppet Masters.
Oh, we'll have to change that.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel. We still got some juggernauts in there too.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at which ones are up there.
We have still got some juggernauts.
So the children, what is that? I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
I haven't either. We were talking about that when we were putting it in. Let's see. The children versus.
So I'm seeing 2 of them. There's a 1980 and a 2008.
Lake Placid.
Oh, easy day.
I don't even. Let me pop that up right here. All right. The poll is up. I can only speak on Lake Placid.
Same.
And I mean, even from a horror reference, I don't know. It's Lake Placid to me is kind of towing that line. It is a creature feature though, with a giant alligator. Betty Davis is in it. Lone Star's in it. And I always call that actor Bill Pullman Lone Star because he's always going to be Lone Star from Spaceballs.
Dude, did you see they officially started filming part 2?
I already thought they had a Lake Placid 2.
No,
or is this...
no, Spaceballs 2.
Oh, yes, I did. I was about to say, I thought that had a few Lake Placids. But...
They did have a few, but sorry, you said Lone Stars. Like they just started. And did you see Bill Pullman's son, Lewis, is going to be like in the movie?
No, I didn't, but I did see that Rick Moranis is coming back.
So Rick Moranis is back. John Candy's, from what I understand, John Candy's son is going to be in it, and then Lewis Pullman, Bill Pullman's son, is going to be in it as well. So like they're bringing in some homages. Sorry, Lake Placid.
Oracle, I did mean Betty White. What did I say? Betty Davis?
You said Betty Davis.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, Betty White. Betty White.
I just remember her, like, spoiler alert at the end. I just remember Betty Davis sitting on the dock with her toes in the water, and you see those tiny little baby alligators swimming up, and her just feeding them little pieces of bread.
Yeah, that was the very end where she was doing that with the babies, for sure.
And then you see her feeding it a cow. Like that gator comes up and eats a whole. Is it a gator or a crocodile?
I'm pretty sure it's a crocodile.
Okay, yeah. You see her, like, her feeding it a whole cow.
Yeah.
It comes up and just takes it, dude. That's crazy.
Or when they went like, what happened to your husband? She's like, oh, I killed him. You know, she didn't want to say it. The crocodile ate him. She's like, oh, I killed him. And it's like, yeah. Oh, let's see. Michelle, why can't you vote? You can't. The polls aren't showing up for you.
No, she says I don't know these.
Oh,
she said, yeah, she can't vote because she doesn't know either one.
I got you.
Lake Placid's good. It's if you want a creature feature, like I think that's a great explanation of it. Just one more reason I don't go into swamps. You know.
It's the crocodiles. It's the crocodiles.
Like, I think that's a good reason not to go in the swamp. You watch The Descent, good reason not to go cave diving. As above, so below. That's why I'm never going in the catacombs. Like, I learned life lessons from these horror movies, people.
I'll tell you what I've learned life. I'm telling you, the movie that scares me one of the most is a movie that's not even a horror movie. And I've talked about it on this channel before. It's the movie Fall. I am scared to death of heights.
Oh, where they climb that radio tower?
Yeah, dude. I had to pause that movie like 8 times and walk away from it before I could finish that movie.
Dude, that ending, the realization.
Yeah, I know. That shit was crazy. But heights you want to talk about getting me like anxious. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever get that from horror movies anymore. That anxious feeling. It's like heights, man. There was this show on Netflix too where these people used to climb these highest. That shit freaked me out too. I can't help it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this poll where Lake Placid is gonna come across as the winner with 86 to 14. Wayne said I said Betty Davis again. I guess I'm gonna keep saying Betty Davis. It is Betty White. For God's sake, she's a golden girl. I don't know why I keep saying this. I don't know why.
You know, Betty White is older than sliced bread.
Yeah, I love Betty White too. I can't believe I said that multiple times. Let's see if I can say it one more time before we get out of here. Good God, man. Good God. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
What do we got? Orphan.
The
Great
Orphan.
movie.
That is a good movie. Put this in. Oh shit.
I'm looking at the rest of the options available though. There's still a few in there that it could beat, and still a few that could beat it. Actually, I feel like there's more that could beat it than it could beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 in here that. See, this is one of them I can't really. Stir of Echoes.
Okay. Have you seen Stir of Echoes?
I have not.
You need to watch Stir of Echoes. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm not going to give you I give you a basic synopsis. Kevin Bacon and his wife go to this party, and I think it's another Arquette. I think I think it might be Rosanna Arquette. Let me look if that, because I said Rosanna earlier.
Okay.
It is Rosanna Arquette in Stir of Echoes. But anyway, he goes to a party, and Rosanna Arquette is a friend and like of his wife, and she's like, oh, I could hypnotize you and do all this, and like she hypnotizes him, and then he starts seeing this really weird stuff, and like his it just gets real. It's like a mystery unravels. Dude, I don't want to spoil it for you. It is
Yeah.
so good. It legitimately scared me as a kid. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I did know it was a Kevin Bacon movie. That I
Yeah.
did know.
I
But
would say check this out. And for me, I love The Orphan,
yeah,
but Stir of Echoes is winning this for me. It's so good.
yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I mean, it's almost sad I haven't seen that one, but dude, for all I know, I could watch it and then it's just like, oh, I have seen this. But pretty much for Kevin Bacon movies, I pretty much know, like the stuff that he's
Tremors.
in for sure. Well, yeah, dude, Tremors is one of my favorite creature features. They are. Like it's
Them
the
graboids.
graboids, yeah. Like
Then what did they evolve into after that? Was it the ass blasters? Do you remember?
No.
You never saw the sequels?
I saw 2. I don't think I went past 2 with Tremors.
Well, so they have like a life cycle where they develop into these like they like kind of morph into these like flying ones. They can't see like normally. They have like heat vision, but like
Yeah.
basically gas will build up in their stomach and it'll release an explosion out their ass, and then they fly. So they call them like go from or graboids to ass blasters. Not even kidding.
It just went off the rails with that one. Like it. All right, well, I mean, shit. Let me go ahead and end this poll. Looks like Stir of Echoes is going to win 64-36. And I keep wanting to say it'll move on, but it's not moving on. It's not going anywhere. We could copy this whole list and put it back up here and have a totally different show. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I love about this game. It doesn't matter if movies are on here and they've been on here multiple times. Very good chance they're not going up against the same thing that they did before.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that's so fun about this game. All right. Here we go. I can't believe the number of movies that are on here.
Well, the thing about it is, we're gonna like by the amount, seeing what's left, we're about to have some showdowns.
Oh, I know. I already know.
Like, we got OG Elm Street, we got OG Halloween, OG Scream, OG Evil Dead, like heavy hitters.
I was talking to Michelle not too long ago about sometimes they come back, and it's like I need to see that. Like, I don't remember it when we watched the trailer for it and everything.
I don't remember it either.
Evil Dead, not Evil Dead. I had a typo there. Evil Dead.
Well, I haven't seen Evil Dead. I've seen Evil Dead. For me, I can't say that I've seen the other one, but even if I had, Evil Dead, man. Evil Dead for me, not only is it a good movie, it's a great example of like, I want to make a movie, so I'm gonna make a movie any way I know how. And it just happened to turn into like a horror classic.
Yeah.
Because
it did.
Like Sam Raimi and like Bruce Campbell and those kids just went out to freaking rural Tennessee and found an old shed to shoot in. And like they even filmed some of the stuff in, I think, Sam's like mom's basement or something. Like they recreated part of it. Like when they go down into the basement in that thing, there's no actual basement there. I think it's just an opening. They actually filmed that somewhere else.
Oh, that's cool.
So, dude, it's just like a can-do filmmaking attitude, which I love to see. So, Evil Dead taking it for me.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, sometimes they come back. I need to see it. I can't vote for something that I haven't seen yet. So, all I can really speak on Evil Dead, and I'll tell you what, man, Evil Dead to me is a lot like, and this may be blasphemy, but I am a huge fan of the 2013 remake of Evil Dead.
Me too, dude.
I would rather watch that than the original. And I know that there are a lot of Evil Dead fans that would, chase me down and beat me with a stick for saying that. But Evil Dead 2013, that's my favorite Evil Dead movie out of all of them. And I absolutely love it. Now, Rise, it was good, but it to me, it it wasn't as good as 2013. So it's, I don't know.
Dude, my ranking order for Evil Dead is so out of left field.
Yeah.
It's 13, 1, Rise, 2, Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Okay. Michelle says, I thought you said it's been a long. Yeah, like I barely even remember that movie. When we watched the trailer for it, I recognize it, but not enough to speak on it to say to where, hey, I can compare this to a movie that I've seen, recently. But there was a long stretch where, my mom worked at a video store when I was a kid, and she worked there for a while, and I would get movies, all the time. So there's quite a few movies that happened, in a time frame range where it's like, I think I've seen that, but not really enough to say, hey, I can talk about the points of this movie. And that's where sometimes they come back is for me. I can't sit here and say, what was good about it or what I didn't like about it. So it's definitely something I'm going to need to a rewatch on for sure for me to even, have a standpoint on that movie. So that's where it's just easier for me to be like, yeah, I need to watch that. I need to see it for sure. I could say the same thing about the Reanimator too. Like, I know that I've seen it. My father and I love the Reanimator, but I couldn't really tell you anything that ever happened in it to where it's like, you know what, I need to rewatch this so I can speak on this movie for sure. Oh yeah.
Isn't Jeffrey Combs going to be? Is he going to be at Scarefest?
Yeah. And I know I haven't seen any of the sequels to the Reanimator either. Well, at least I don't think. But that's not for sure either, to be honest. And I was for that. Me and my father used to sit up and watch, everything on Joe Bob Briggs. So if we weren't renting it from a movie store, we were watching it on Joe Bob Briggs late night drive-in on a Saturday night, late at night. So for sure. All right, let me go ahead and pull down the poll here. And Evil Dead narrowly beat that one.
Really? I figured it'd be much
43. 57 to 43. Goodness. Dude, we've got some juggernauts left.
I'm concerned about these last couple spins, not going to lie.
Yeah.
We need to add one more movie on there because there's 5, which means there's going to be one left without a competition.
All right. Which movie should we add? Eric, you're the guest on the show tonight. Because if I ask the chat, we're going to have, a ton of different movies. So with you being the guest, I will let you choose the movie.
Okay. I'm going to put something on there that I know we've all seen.
Okay.
I'm trying to also look at what's on there that could compete with any of these, because these are some like classic. Psycho.
Yeah. All right. Not Psych, Michael. Psycho. All right. So that'll even it up. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
Okay.
All right. Let me start to set this up.
So we've got some arguments that are probably gonna spark here.
It's like the father versus the son.
Dude, I was just thinking, I was like, we all credit Halloween as like the birth of the modern slasher.
Yeah.
The argument can be made that Norman Bates
easily
was actually, and like as much as Halloween has had an impact in like film and society.
Yeah.
Psycho, like that shower scene, like just about anyone in the world, even if they haven't seen the movie, if you you make that shriek sound along with the stabbing motion,
Yep.
they're gonna recognize it.
Yep.
That being said, I'm gonna say it this way. I think Psycho has a bigger impact on film as a whole.
It does.
I think Halloween. I think I'm gonna pick Halloween because it's had a bigger impact on the horror subgenre.
Fair. I am gonna pick Halloween, but I'm only gonna talk about Psycho. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee, Samuel Loomis. Right? I mean, Psycho influenced so many horror movies, so many slasher movies, and Halloween is no exception, right? I've talked about this a lot of different times and all the things that Psycho has done. You know what I mean for the horror genre. Yes, I am picking Halloween to win. All right, that's fair. But I mean, I like to talk about the dynamic in Friday the 13th with Psycho as well. The mother and the son, only it's reversed. You know what I mean? Pamela sitting there talking like Jason, chasing Alice. Kill her, mommy. Kill her. You know what I mean? Like, very Psycho-esque, but turned around. I don't feel like there's Halloween, there's no Friday the 13th without Psycho. So when I said it's like the father, against the son, to where the son doesn't exist without the father. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much influence there. Psycho is such a good movie. It's Alfred Hitchcock. It's fantastic. But it's never going to be as popular as Halloween. It's not. Psycho 2, if you haven't seen Psycho 2, you need to watch Psycho 2 as well.
Dude, surprisingly good.
It's great. It's fantastic. And it's got kind of a shocking ending too. Like, I wasn't ready for the end of Psycho 2 the first time I saw it. And hell, I did a rewatch not too long ago that I'd forgotten about. I hadn't watched it in forever, and I'm happy all over again watching it. But yeah, I think that not enough is said about Psycho. I don't think that it beats Halloween. But I feel like it doesn't get enough credit as it should. I mean, I think a lot of people look at Psycho and it's like, oh, that old movie. It's not even in color. It's outdated. It's fair. But man, what a good movie. I absolutely love Psycho. With that being said, I'm voting for Halloween. For sure.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Great movie. This. It loses to that one.
Yeah, it does. If I'm going to sit down and watch two movies, I'm probably going to pick Halloween 9 times out of 10, over Psycho, because I don't think that Psycho is something I can watch, over and over and over and over again and still have that same feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, what a fantastic film. Great pick, by the way, too. I love that you threw Psycho in the mix. I always like to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll because we have 17 people in the chat. I have 17 votes.
What's the who won?
Halloween is going to win 59% to 41%.
That's close.
That's very, very close.
Honestly, I was thinking that Halloween would pull further ahead.
Yeah. Wayne says, I voted Psycho. Everyone knows. Though Peeping Tom before them both. Yeah, I watched Peeping Tom, and I don't know. I get it. I do. But I still think Psycho had more of an impact. It's fair. It's a fair. It's fair, Wayne. It was first for sure.
You want to know you want to know the impact on movies that Psycho had? Psycho was the first American movie released that showed a flushing toilet.
Well, I'll be damned.
And I'm not even kidding. He had to argue with the MPAA to even let it happen because they said it was too vulgar. Because you remember where she rips up I forget what she rips up and throws it in the toilet and flushes it.
Yeah.
That was the first American movie that had that.
Right.
So that's one of the, it seems so trivial, but that's how critical the MPAA was back in those days. And think of where we are now, like what can get an R rating now.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Jackass Forever. I don't know if you saw Jackass Forever. Rated
no,
R.
But I could only imagine. You know, like
you can't actually. You probably can't imagine because it holds a record, but because it's rated R, but it shows more something than any other rated R movie ever.
Oh God. Oh God.
Just gonna say, I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. Richard saying, I so hope The Burning does not go up against Scream.
I don't know why, but I have a feeling I know what Scream is going to go up against, and it's going to be a terrible decision to make.
Let's see. Teal is saying Halloween needs no introduction for the new generation, but Psycho does. Yeah, but I mean, that is an accurate statement. But we just had 3 Halloween movies that were in theaters. We just had the David Gordon Green trilogy. We had Rob Zombie's movies that weren't too long ago. It's fair. It is fair. Let's see. TL saying, which is a better movie? Halloween all day.
Here's the thing, though. You gotta think about. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Psycho came out in 1960. And we're still talking about it today. The original Halloween came out in 78, almost 20 years after that. Yeah, we're still talking about it. But also, Halloweens are still being made. They've remade Halloween. They also remade Psycho, but it did not do well.
No, it didn't. That's the Vince Vaughn Psycho.
Oh, my God. It was so bad.
Bates Motel wasn't bad, though.
So Bates Motel was awesome.
Yeah.
But Psycho, like I said, dude, the original Psycho, 1960. So keeping that in mind, the fact that we're still talking about it in 2025.
Yeah,
there's something to be said for that.
Sure, for sure. Melissa hates Psycho. Oh, Melissa, it's so good. It's so good. Wayne is saying both classics.
They are both classics.
Yeah. Russell's saying we wouldn't have Halloween if it wasn't for Psycho. Yeah, I mean, dude, we wouldn't have a lot
if it wasn't for Psycho.
Yeah, we wouldn't have Friday either. Definitely. Seen Psycho 2 and 3 recently for same reasons you guys recommendations. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. I hope you like Psycho 2. He's saying Psycho 2 is a perfect sequel. The only thing I'd tweak is the soundtrack. So different for the original, but it's good. I love that they brought not only Anthony Perkins back, you have to have him, but they brought other characters back from the original, and they were able to do that. That's something else that I loved about Psycho 2 for sure. Wayne said, my parents have even seen and liked Psycho, and they hate horror. My father said Psycho was the first movie that scared the hell out of him when he was a kid. I remember him telling me that.
I'm going to say something that might be controversial right here. OG Psycho, OG Halloween, I think the OG Psycho is scarier.
OG Psycho.
Not saying a better movie, but I think the OG Psycho scared me more than the OG Halloween did.
I think Halloween did for me because of the mystery behind Michael. How could this... with Psycho, I'm like, yeah, you were with your mom in that house all by yourself. I kind of see how that's possible. But with Michael, before he was I'm talking about OG Michael. I don't know. That's tough, man. It's a good comparison for sure. Definitely a good comparison. All right, Eric.
The inevitable here with the.
We are, dude. We are. It's here we go.
Because here's the thing: there's only one of two ways this can go. It's either gonna be really hard or really easy. Okay, yeah. Night of the Creeps.
We're just delaying the inevitable. Yeah. I know. You're right.
It's either gonna be a really easy choice or a really hard, or I don't know, man. We'll see. Night of the Creeps for me, honestly, is probably in last place between all of them. Easy choice. Easy choice.
All right, the poll is up. Yeah, I feel sorry for, who was it, Richard, that said, hey, I hope that The Burning doesn't go up against Scream. And that's exactly kind of what happened. Unfortunately. Eric, I'm going Nightmare on this one, for sure. The
I don't know about
introduction.
you, but I got Freddy on the Mount Rushmore of horror icons.
Oh, definitely.
So
Definitely.
there was only, for me, only one thing left on the list that would have knocked Freddy down,
Yeah.
and we didn't get that. So this is Nightmare for sure. Like Night of the Creeps.
Do tell.
What?
Do tell. What knocks Nightmare down? Oh, I
For
know.
me?
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's
Yeah, I
easy
already know.
choice.
Hold on.
Easy
It
choice
took me
now.
a second. I had to catch up there.
Yeah. So
I'm turning
like,
48 soon, so you guys be gentle with my
Freddy Krueger.
1978 brain.
Freddy Krueger is just he's one of the most unique slashers out there.
Yeah.
So,
and you got to think too, right? With Nightmare, not so much in the first one, but a little bit in the first one, right? Freddy brought a certain swag to the character too, because prior to that, slashers didn't have the personality. Like Robert, a lot of what makes Freddy so good is the personality. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying the jokes and stuff like that, although they are somewhat, included in what I'm saying, but the way Robert Englund brought that character to life and that certain swag that he had, man. And that's the best term I can use for, what I'm talking about with Freddy. We didn't really have that. I mean, you had, Norman Bates, you had who did speak, but he didn't have like that personality, right? You had Michael, you had Leatherface, you had Billy, you had Jason. You did have Pamela, but that was on a different thing, but when this came out, dude, this is God. Like, that is my favorite line from A Nightmare on Elm Street. She says, "Oh God," he said, this and he snaps it.
Is God.
Is God. Like, anytime I get him to sign A Nightmare on Elm Street, anything, what do you want on this is God? You know what I mean? Like, this, it's got to go on there. So yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street for me, buddy. It wasn't even close. For sure. And we got pretty much everybody has voted at this point, and Nightmare on Elm Street has won 100% to 0.
Okay, yeah.
So I can go ahead and end that one. And then here we go. Have a good night, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle. You sure you don't want to vote on this last one? I'm just chomping at the bit to see who it goes up against.
Just gonna go ahead and start the poll before I spin the wheel of the one thing. You gotta spin it still.
Oh,
it landed on screen. Oh, okay.
Man, I was on the edge of my seat there.
There it is. Eric, take it away, sir.
Bro, it revitalized the slasher subgenre. It did. Like, the slasher subgenre in the 90s we were on a string of bad sequels.
Yeah.
For much of the big franchises.
Yeah.
Things were not looking good. And then this up and coming screenwriter strikes a deal with one of the best horror directors of all time. And they come out with this. And it was kind of like, it kind of had the Matrix effect for slashers, if you get what I mean. Where like every action movie for like 10 years after the Matrix was the best thing since the Matrix.
I gotcha.
Scream did that for the slasher subgenre, because you think after that you had I Know What You Did Last Summer, you had Urban Legend, you had like all these movies that just kind of copied the Scream formula.
You
they
could
were
probably
good.
throw H2O in that ballpark, that area as well.
Like Scream or H2O had a lot of the Scream vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like dialogue with the younger kids and stuff. And dude, it was so I don't think and Ghostface is also on the Mount Rushmore for me. So this is my favorite franchise. This was the one that no matter what it went up against on that list, it would have won for me.
Yeah, man. I agree with everything you said, except for it being my favorite, of course. I'm a hockey guy, right?
Oh yeah.
So one thing too that Scream did that it kind of switched the game up, right? It paid tribute to those that came before it, which was awesome. You got
Mhm.
Billy Loomis quoting fucking Anthony
Psycho.
Perkins in Psycho, right? You've got that. He comes in talking about, I was watching The Exorcist today. He brings up The Exorcist. You've got Halloween that they're
They're watching
watching. You know what
Halloween.
I
Yeah.
mean? Like a lot of those things that are in there. But
You got
Scream,
Freddy. You got Fred.
yep, you've got, yep,
You
Wes
got Fred.
Craven. Yeah, he's got the janitor that's dressed like Freddy, right? But Scream did something too. When I say that it turned the game around, you don't the formula for slashers was you have X amount of people, you have the slasher narrows the field down. There's one left that survives, and we move on to the next one, right? Scream flipped the game around to where there's a new killer every time. But the main cast is intact for the most part. So you don't get a lot of, the Ghostface isn't chopping through, all of the main cast. You of course you lose one or two here and there. But you have the same people coming back each time. And that group of people that they put together in the original was fantastic, right?
And the
I
character development across
Yeah,
the
I mean,
movies.
they're good, really good, man. And Scream is yet to have that Jason goes to hell moment, or that Freddy's dead. That one that just comes out where everybody's like, you know what, this is a pile. Uh, this is an absolute pile. And Scream has that, man. You can't take anything away from Scream. I think that when you talk about Mount Rushmores, I think Ghostface has its place up there. For what it did for horror and what it did for slashers. I think when you do Mount Rushmores of horror, you kind of have to break it into slashers, creature features, paranormal and stuff like that, because I think that it's really too hard to do that, because you start looking at things like that and then you start to look at things like Godzilla. You know what I
I
mean? Like,
definitely mean slashers. When I
yeah,
say
you
horror, I'm
you
definitely
have to
thinking
do it
just
that way,
slashers.
because it's tough, man. It's really tough to do the Mount Rushmore stuff. But I think that, even in mine, I'm not the hugest Scream fan. Like, I'm a casual with Scream. But I do think that Ghostface belongs on that Mount Rushmore of horror. It does, and Robert Englund does as well. And of course, I'm putting Jason up there. That's my guy. But it's always the fourth. It's like, yes, Michael has his spot up there too. There's so many things that this did well, and I hate to discount The Burning like it was nothing, right? Because it went up against Scream. The Burning is a fantastic slasher movie, a fantastic 80s slasher movie. Starts off kind of slow and weird, but once they get to the camp and everything, then it really picks up for me. And it's just always crazy. And I always mention this when I talk about The Burning, Eric. It's just crazy to see George Costanza out there, from Seinfeld. It's just like, holy shit, that's George Costanza. You didn't know it at the time when you were younger and watched The Burning, but going back now and looking at all the 80s, like, people that were in that movie, they were usually like characters or actors that I don't remember their names, but it's like, hey, that person was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Hey, that person was in this. Hey, that person was in that. But yeah, I absolutely love The Burning. But when you talk about where it's going to go on this, you have to pick Scream. Like, I feel like I have to. I do with this.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, like, because those are two movies you should never compare.
Right. Like, I mean, the slasher element's there, but that's about it. Right. Like,
yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, dude. They're both slashers, but that's like saying, Lake Placid versus Godzilla. They're both creature features. Yeah, one of them is one of the best of all time. One of them's like, not trying to minimize it, but it's just, like I said, dude, and I might be biased because Scream is Mount Rushmore of slashers for all time for me, which somebody said we should do a Mount Rushmore of slasher like stream. That would probably cause a little debate. I think we'd have similar. Some of them obviously we would have some of. There's one huge difference that I think the chat might come at me for. Because there's someone that would be missing from my Mount Rushmore of slashers that everyone would be like, what?
Yeah.
And I'd be like,
And I mean, you have to think about this too. You know, when you brought up the fact that, you know, it revitalized slashers. I mean, the only slasher movie, you know, in my mind, of my memory as of right now, which is horrible, but the only one that comes to mind that came out around that time, just before, a couple years before, was Candyman, right? So Candyman came out what, 92, 3, 4, something like that, right?
I
That
want to say
time
3.
frame, you know, that time frame, that area. But it's like, well, you know, to me, Tony, dude, that's another one that should have been up on this, was
92.
Candyman. Yeah, so I mean, that was really it, because we're looking at around the Jason Goes to Hell time frame. You know, we're looking at Halloween Resurrection. Well, when was Halloween Resurrection? That was because H2O was
Resurrection was
after
like,
Scream, so that was like 2000 and probably two.
I want to say Resurrection was like 2000 or 2001.
Yeah, ish. Yeah. So you're looking at, you know, that was a horrible time. That's probably roughly around Freddy's Dead, around Jason Goes to Hell. You know, the slasher kings of the 80s, they weren't really doing so hot at that point. And Scream kind of brought that back. They gave, you know, a newer generation something new to go to the theater for sure.
So I'm looking at just like 1990s slashers.
Yeah.
And I'm just like kind of perusing things that came before Scream. You had New Nightmare, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which was kind of a prototype Scream. It was very,
it was like
meta,
a test pilot is what it was.
pretty much. 93, you had Jason Goes to Hell. 95, you had Curse of Michael Myers. 91 was Freddy's Dead. 92 was Candyman. 95 was Ice Cream Man. 93 was the original Leprechaun. There's not really much else that like came before. 90 was Child's Play 2.
I was just about to say, where was Chucky at in all this? You know,
that's honestly, Hellraiser 3 was 1992. Dude, that's kind of all there was in the 90s before Scream came out.
Yeah, and I mean, I really don't even put Pinhead as a slasher. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a difficult one, man. Because he doesn't actually, like, does he actually kill people?
It's like, I'm trying to think, you know, like, no. You know, like, no. But I mean, he's kind of the man.
He's
like,
kind of the Charles Manson in the situation.
Yeah, he is. You know, like, he's. I know that Jerry's a huge fan of Hellraiser and Pinhead and stuff, and it's like, dude, Doug Bradley's so cool. Like, I like the first two Hellraisers. You know,
dude, Doug Bradley he's the man.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's super cool, and I like Kirsty Cotton as the final girl. I've always liked her. You know, she did really well. Hell, I had beers with Frank from Hellraiser and didn't even realize it was Frank. We were talking about sports. We sat there, probably had 3 or 4 drinks together while I was waiting on everybody else to show up in Indy. And dude was super cool. Like, he's gonna be at Scarefest, and I gotta go say what's up to him. And he just got up. He's like, "Man, we didn't talk about Hellraiser once." And by that time, I had a few drinks, and I was just like, "Oh, okay. Why would we talk about Hellraiser?" He's like, "I'm Frank." I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, dude?" Like, didn't even realize it was him.
That's
sitting next
awesome.
to this guy, like, "You believe this shit?" You know, we're sitting at the bar looking up the screen, like, "You believe this shit? Look at these crybabies, just fall down, throw their hands up and fall down. It's not even sports anymore, you know." And it's just, we were just cutting up the whole time, man. He's like, "I had a great time." He's like, we didn't even address the Hellraiser or nothing. I was like, "Yeah, I probably would have if I'd have known."
Yeah, if I'd have known, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I was like, "But I thought that was Frank over there." And he's like, "Yeah, that's the old Frank." He's like, I'm the younger Frank." He's like, "That's the one that was skinned in the movie." He's like, "I was the one." You know, because there were 2 guys that played Frank in Hellraiser. So he was super cool, man. I can't wait to catch up with him at Scarefest. But dude, like putting all these movies together the way that we do this way, it's so much fun, man, because you never know what you're gonna get. Well, here I go with Forrest Gump quotes, but it's like it's so much fun,
accurate.
man. Yeah, it's just like holy shit, man. It's like if you were to put like how would you put Halloween 4 up against I don't know, fucking
Lake
something that's
Placid.
yeah, or something that's current, like something like Sinners. You know what I mean? Like how like how would you do that? It's just like this is crazy. Like
Halloween 4 would take that for me.
well, me too, because I'm a slasher guy, before anything, and it is Michael. But I mean, I wouldn't put Halloween 5 above Sinners.
Oh no,
It's like
Sinners would beat several Halloween movies for me.
yeah, I got you. But this has been an absolute blast. When it comes, hold on a second. I see they're talking about.
I saw something about Michael would carve Ghostface up like a Thanksgiving turkey, and like my immediate reaction is like, well, yeah, but then I'm like, I don't know, what Michael? Which Michael we talking about?
It's dude. It's I don't know. This is it's a fun conversation, but see the thing with Ghostface is, and this is what I've always said: if you're talking about like James Jude Courtney from Halloween 2018 versus Stu, I'm going with JJC, right? But if you're talking about the character itself of Michael versus Ghostface, the hardest thing is Ghostface is eternal, right? They never stop coming. There's always going to be a new Ghostface, and there's only one Michael.
And here's the thing, and you brought up James Jude Courtney, and I want to just throw this out there.
Yeah.
In the final like 2 movies, Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, Michael had so much plot armor. If you had people who actually wanted to kill Michael and had any sort of common sense, Michael would not have survived. He wouldn't have. When Karen, was Karen her daughter's name?
Karen was the daughter. Allison was the granddaughter.
Karen comes in to save Allison, and she stabs Michael in the back with that pitchfork. Michael was down. He was down enough that she was able to steal his mask while he was down and her to run off. If she wanted to keep stabbing, she would have hit spine and Michael would have been done.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and let's follow it up for the next 2 minutes in that movie. He gets in that big old, the mob. Not a single person in this rural, Indiana, Illinois?
Haddonfield. Yeah, Illinois.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
Not a single person has a gun, not even the sheriff.
Yeah, he had a gun. He got shot 5 times.
5 times, not a single headshot?
Well, hey, evil, you can't beat it physically.
Yeah,
evil,
you can't. What I'm saying is you
transcends.
can. My whole point is these people who had what seemed like no experience killing almost ended Michael.
I wouldn't say no experience, Eric, because that girl had an iron, okay?
She had an a hockey stick in there somewhere.
An iron is a weapon that should be considered, extremely dangerous. Like you could tell she's a trained assassin. All right. She had an iron.
I'm just saying, you bring in Stu Macher or Billy Loomis, who not only know how to kill, but have an appetite for it. I'm not saying they would win. Michael ain't walking away in good health.
I don't know, dude. I just go back to those firefighters, and it kills.
One more good bit of plot armor there.
Well, I mean, we can't argue plot armor with Scream. I mean, what about homegirl on the subway that got gutted from her vag all the way up to her chest and comes back from the hospital? Like, they gave me pills. I'm good to go. And she's jumping around.
She should have been gone, but that's not Ghostface surviving. That's another character surviving. What I'm saying is just saying, I don't know if you've ever seen how the kind of stream that comes out of a fire hose, but it's not the little water hose they used on Michael Myers coming out of
It's
the
Haddonfield budget, Eric. They had to make budget cuts. All right. They brought the weak hose because they heard Lori say, "Let it burn." She's like, they're like, "Oh, okay. We're just gonna pull Frank out of there." And,
He say Kill Kit saying if we're going off of popularity in horror, Rushmore would be Michael, Freddy, Jason, and Chucky. No, I think Scream would beat out a couple of those, depending on how you what you mean by popularity.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough, dude. There are a lot of Chucky fans. There are. There's a lot of Halloween fans. I mean, if you were going off of like current, if you were going off of current popularity, I don't even know if you would put Jason up there. And I hate to say that because a lot of horror fans are not old enough to have ever seen Jason on the big screen, which is sad. It's sad for me, especially growing up in the 80s, where him and Freddy ruled the 80s. But unfortunately, 2009, you got people that are 25 years old at this point that have never seen a Friday the 13th movie, on the big screen, for the simple fact that they weren't old enough to go in 2009. They were alive, but they weren't old enough to go. I mean, it is sad. I love, Jason. He's my favorite, right? He'll always be my favorite. But popularity wise, if you're talking about general consensus of people, that'd be tough. If we're talking about the 80s,
when you say
he's
popularity,
there.
I'm thinking the amount of people who go see them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you want to, I used to do Kill Kit. I haven't kept up with YouTube much in the past like 6 months, 7 or 8 months, but I used to do this thing called franchise report card where I would go through and look at just numbers.
Yeah.
Scream beats every other franchise in average box office numbers.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's fair. That is fair.
Like average box office for a Halloween movie, including the new ones, is like 64 million. Average box office for Scream is 150 million.
Yeah, but I mean, horror movies were looked down on for so many years when they were in their prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
there were actors and actresses that wouldn't touch horror unless they were just starting out. Director wise, they were cash grabs for a very long time, to where it's like, hey, we can make this movie for this amount and we're at least going to get 15 million for it. Like Scream was there was a lot of thought and a lot of, things that were put into Scream that weren't put into the other, movies. Like they weren't there to beat out, major movies, because I mean, when you did, in all fairness, when you did finally bring Michael back, in Halloween 2018, what did that hit? 255?
Hold on, I have it down here. Let's see. Let's go to my Halloween spreadsheet. Halloween 2018, 259.
Yeah, I mean, that says a lot too. Like the times are different. Like it's hard to compare something from like 81 to like 96, or even 96 to 2025. Like different times, different people, different situations. And I'm not really a big fan what's it called? Like for inflation, adjusting for inflation.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm not a big fan of that because nobody ever talks. They always talk about, well, if it made this much movie at this time, then it would have made this now. But I mean, that's not measuring in other stuff like what it costs to make the movie, because it would cost more now than it cost back then. Like you're not making Halloween for what was it, like $150,000 or some shit, back in 78, like
320.
I mean, hell, 320. So they're making fan films for like 320 now. You know what I mean? Like it's
so that's actually a metric I did too. Is like how much the average budget was versus how much the average box office was. The average budget, like I will say, like the average budget on a Halloween movie, 11,300,000.
Yeah,
that's nothing. The average budget on a Scream movie, almost 30 million.
Yeah. So I mean, you kind of get back what you put into it, you know, at least you hope to do. You hope to do that. So I don't know. When it comes to that stuff, I think that there are a lot of factors and they're not going to be the same for every situation. You know, like each situation is going to be unique. But yeah, I do, you know, at the end of the day, I do agree with you. I do think that Scream belongs where it is. I think that it's good. But at the same time, it's like it is different. You know, it doesn't follow the normal formula. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know, whatsoever, but I think that there's just a lot of different things. And plus, I mean, they've definitely put I mean, fuck, dude, Friday the 13th, they're just like, get some boobs, get a knife, you know, put them in a camp and have a guy chase them around, you know, and they were perfectly content with just making money off of it, you know, after a certain point. And Scream's yet to do that, at least, you know, from what I see. Now 6, I was not a fan of 6, but I don't think that they just did it for a cash grab. I think they were legitimately trying to continue the story. It just didn't, you know, land for me. And not all, you know, horror movies will land for me, just like not all regular movies will land. But yeah, I mean, that could be a whole show in itself, you know, the whole Mount Rushmore and, you know, all that stuff, because at the end of the day, none of our Mount Rushmores are going to be the same.
Actually, I feel like some of them, I feel like a lot of them would, because although you're gonna have, like, is she still here? Is Melissa Wildcard still in the chat? Because we could have some wild cards coming out of nowhere.
Yeah,
with a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I think she threw hers up earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I clicked on it and put it up there.
But so
yeah, there she goes. Myers, Ghostface, Jason. Those are the only icons. Her Mount Rushmore would only have 3.
Okay. So here's what I would here. I'm not gonna say who I put on there, but here's the way I do it.
Yeah.
The person I consider the first, the person I consider the best, the person I consider the most unique, and my favorite. That's the 4 I put on Mount Rushmore. The first, the best, the most unique, and my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Dude, this was awesome tonight. This was
we've been going for over 2 hours here. Like, this is just,
I know the old man in me is like, Michael, we got to go to the bathroom soon. So
yeah, dude, I could talk horror with y'all for days, man.
Yeah, man. It's a blast, dude. Tonight was so much fun, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah, dude. Of course, man. And then we have, you know, Scarefest coming up, which I'm excited about. We're both going to be at that, for sure. If anybody in the chat or anyone watching on, you know, replay plans on going to Scarefest, don't hesitate to come say what's up. For sure. Because I'll be running around there. I'll be running around there with a camera. Movies and Beyond does have media passes for Scarefest, so hopefully I can talk to a few people and record it and put it up. I'll probably be asking Eric how to work my camera multiple times.
I'll have my camera too. So like, if you need any assistance,
Eric, make it go, make it record stuff. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be a fun. And not only is it gonna be a fun event, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Hanging out with good friends down there. It's always a blast. I love going down to Lexington, and I love that, you know, our group gathers up down there. It's so much fun. I look forward to this every year. This is my, you know, like trip for the year, the one I'm most excited about every year. So I can't wait.
And it takes like almost a full year, because you got to start planning for this in like February.
Yeah, man, you got to buy your ticket in February. At this point, you got to get your hotel by April. And
I can't believe that stuff.
Yeah,
we had a discussion about that hotel stuff, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. But for all you people in the chat, I will be back tomorrow night. I will be back at 8:30 tomorrow night. What will I have in store for you? You're just gonna have to wait to see the thumbnail. And then we will hang out again tomorrow night. So if you guys are around and want to hang out at Movies and Beyond, that will be an option for you tomorrow night. Eric, again, my friend, thank you so much for being here. And I'll talk to you for a minute backstage. But for everyone else, I will see you next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Hey, you